Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox community. Thank you very much for being here. It's been a huge... Actually, there's a lot of news this week with the XoneBros.
A lot of good stuff.
Big. Not with the XoneBros, but with the Xbox. a lot of big news stories this week. Before we jump into it, though, I do want you guys to know that there is a new feature over on Discord called Discord Stage. You might have seen it. If you're over in our Discords, right at the top of the channel, we call it the Bro Cave. Every single week now, we are going to be streaming live the episodes. So we stream live on YouTube. But if you're not on YouTube and you just want to listen, maybe you're on the road or something, you can join us over in Discord in the Bro Cave, where we are streaming the audio live. Now, it is audio only on the Discord stage, the Bro Cave. So we do, during the pre-show and post-show, though, we do take questions. We bring up people on stage. It's actually made the pre-show really, really fun. So if you've never joined us, if you want to join us, if you want to interact, come join us on the pre-show. Come join us for the main show. Come listen in each and every single week over on our Discord. And if you've not joined us on Discord, what the hell's your problem? Come join us. Come join us on Discord. As always, I'm joined by the bros, the XoneBros. First, it's Mr. McSpicy.
Hello.
Next, it's Jordan.
Good to be here.
Yes. Next, it's Jordan the Man.
Hello.
And last but not least, I am X1. Dude, it's changing the lights. We just changed them to blue. It makes a huge difference. It changes the mood. It's nice.
Well, lighting is important.
Lighting
when
is...
it comes to cameras. And
lighting is mood.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen, brother. We do stream on YouTube, everybody, Monday and Wednesdays. Jordan, what'd you stream this week?
Outriders.
Yes. How is that going for you? It's our Game Club Game of the Month.
Still good.
Still good.
It's still good.
Still
I like
working.
Do you think it's got staying power, or can you see it getting old?
No, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if they said it wasn't going to be a live service, but I can see them adding some more like end game type levels down the road.
I think they definitely will. I think it's super popular. I see a lot of people playing it. What I see is I see a lot of hardcore Destiny people dabbling now in Outriders,
giving it a little dabble,
giving a little pokey poke, and I think it definitely has that audience. Or at least there's a crossover audience there for sure. Outriders is a fantastic game. We also, that's Monday and Wednesdays. Come join Jordan for the streams. We also have now I got distracted by chat. Rescue Rick, thank you for the super chat. He said, "What does XoneBros have on his shirt?" It is actually Cheetos.
Yeah, he's got a lot
He's
of
an animal, man.
He's got a lot of cheetahs on his shirt.
Cheetah.
That is a cheetah shirt.
You might not know this by looking at me, but I can run really fast. That's why.
I had no idea. Just by looks alone, I would have
cheetah.
thought no.
Yeah, and then I run like the wind. The morning streams, they are back. Monday through Thursday, we are streaming over on YouTube in the morning. We sit, we talk news, we chat it up with the community. If you miss it, the video does go live this week. YouTube's been screwing us, and it's been taking over 24 hours to process those videos, but I'm sure YouTube will get their stuff together, and it'll publish immediately. But come join us Monday through Thursday. The crew is back, the morning crew for the streams. They're back. It's been good to see everybody, hang out, talk news, so make sure you come join us. And let's jump into it. Xbox, Nintendo. There's lots of rumors going around. There has been some. Last week we talked a little bit about Xbox dropping the picture on Twitter of Mario dressed as Master Chief fighting Bowser. Then there was their developer conference this week, Microsoft's Xbox developer conference, and in the background of Mrs. Sarah Bond, she had a Nintendo Switch sitting there. Phil Spencer, when he gave his video, what started the rumor off, he had a Nintendo Switch sitting behind him. I don't think stuff is back there by accident. There's not a PlayStation back there. There's not a Google Stadia back there.
Maybe they're playing Switch instead of working.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about it last week, but what could be coming? Nintendo has come out and said they don't want a streaming service on their Nintendo. Lying. So I don't think it's Game Pass. It would be cool if it was Game Pass.
I think it's just going to be like a collaboration between a game. My guess would be like a Super Smash Brothers or something like that.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Or a Mario Kart.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got to be some type of collaboration, I think.
Sticking strong with the collaboration theory.
The collab.
Spicy, anything more than that? I mean, Cuphead did go to Switch.
Yeah. And
I
think
Ori went to Switch.
Wasn't Cuphead like the game that introduced some sort of variation of Xbox Live into the Nintendo universe?
Because you could get your achievements.
Achievements, that's right.
Yeah, I think Minecraft did that. I think was Minecraft one of the first ones to do it?
Maybe.
They did that too because you had to like sign into your Xbox Live and to play Minecraft. So
Spicy, what are your thoughts? Nintendo again, a Switch in the background.
Yeah, it's not by accident. They do that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for a long time. Before it was his shelves, it was Phil Spencer's shirts.
T-shirts, exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was thinking Game Pass,
Okay.
but I think I might be leaning more towards Jordan. I think we're going to get Master Chief in Smash or something like that. I think it's going to be a collaboration.
Yeah.
I want Game Pass to be on my Switch. That would be amazing. And that would benefit Xbox a lot, I think. But I honestly, I think it's going to be a collaboration for a game.
Well, isn't there that rumor that Microsoft's looking to buy a Japanese studio?
Might just purchase Nintendo.
Why not? Why not?
Here's the thing. If you bring Game Pass to Nintendo, I think it actually hurts Nintendo. Nintendo is like Apple. Nothing goes on sale. Their sales are fake. When they're like, hey, guys, come check out our sale in the Nintendo store.
Well, no, they don't have sales.
It's like
They re-release.
it's like $1 off.
No, they don't even have sales. They just re-release their games.
I have never seen a sale on that game. I have never.
Yeah, so you pay $59.99 for most games on Nintendo, and that's just Nintendo's model. And you pay it because it's like, okay, I gotta do it. Here we go. I want it.
Product.
And so I think if Game Pass came to Nintendo, I think that hurts Nintendo's pricing model, don't you? Like,
yeah, well, it hurts their first-party games, right? Because if you have all these other games on Game Pass, you know. I know, does it, though? Because Nintendo first-party games are a genre all on their own.
How does this benefit Nintendo? Like,
yeah, I don't think it does. That's the thing. That's why I don't think it's Game Pass. It's going to be some sort of marketing collaboration.
Unless Microsoft just gave them a bunch of money to put it on there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Money. I forgot money. That's probably key in this whole thing.
Yeah. So... No, well, and like you said, Nintendo said they didn't want Game Pass on there. I think it's got to be some type of collaboration.
Yeah, I think
it's got to be some type of collaboration.
Too. Well, so what's the collaboration? Everything
I think
in Smash?
No, I think it's Halo. I think it's Master Chief, and I think it's a promotional deal for Halo Infinite.
Do we have the Mario picture that we can pull up?
We can.
There's probably some clues
find
in
it.
there.
Yeah, I can find it.
You got to look really deep into these things.
I think there's Mario in Master Chief's. Bowser's fighting him.
By the way, did you guys see that picture of Master Chief and the Doomslayer family portrait?
Oh yeah, that was
great.
That was good too.
Just throw that out there.
I really enjoyed that actually a lot.
Well, because the only thing I can think of, the only game that really collaborates with other outside entities is Super Smash Brothers. They have Snake. They have who was the one guy they put in there?
Right. What am I looking for here? What am I? I don't know what I'm looking for.
No, it's not. Oh, it's that one. Third one over.
This
that
one.
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
All right, let me pull that.
So we're gonna pull this up on screen for those of you listening. This is what, and you just scroll down. There it is.
Hey, he's got the same Switch as I do. Phil's got good taste.
Phil
tweet,
Spencer
right?
does have good taste. Yeah. For those of you listening, we're looking at a tweet that
gonna...
Xbox or Halo rather tweeted out, i.e. Xbox, and it's Mario, Master Chief. There it is. So let's take a look. Let's deep dive. So Mario is clearly Master Chief.
Yeah.
Is that Donkey Kong behind him?
That's Donkey Kong as a brute with a gravity hammer.
As a brute.
You got Bowser as an elite with an energy sword, and then you got are those called Koopa Troopas?
Yeah,
Koopa Turtles as a grunt.
Now look at the screen back there. What's being said on the screen back there? There are words Mario Chief.
I'm gonna
let's Mario Chief.
Let's deep dive in.
Deep dive here.
This.
Oh, we're going
get
deep.
Rid of that error.
Mario. Oh, Peach Tana, like Cortana.
Peach Tana.
Grupa Troopa, Broody Kong, and R Bowser.
Arbiter, I get it.
Yeah.
No, this is what. So looking at this picture, I think because they're all fighting each other, I think it's gonna be a Super Smash collaboration. I think we're gonna get characters and a new Super Smash level because they're obviously in some type of spaceship.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a new level for Super Smash, and I think it's going to be a character for Super Smash.
It's either a spaceship or a warehouse.
or a warehouse.
No, I
Very
think
industrial.
Or it's the basement.
I think it's going to be a Super Smash collaboration.
Yeah, there you go. It might be. KO Connects, thank you for the super chat. He dropped a super chat. He says, Spicy, I want your hat. Would you rather Halo DLC in Mario Kart or Smash? I think Smash.
I think Smash
would be way cooler.
You could do
because he would have his own move set, he would have his own abilities, whereas in Mario Kart it would just be him on a mini, hog or something.
Which would be cool itself.
That would be cool.
Maybe one of his question mark boxes he gets like a Gauze cannon or something.
That would be the Needler.
Yeah,
and it follows them, and then
I think
that would be sweet. Actually, okay.
Have they ever brought any outside characters into?
I don't know.
Into Mario Kart, they brought in the Inklings, which are Nintendo. They brought in the new version of Link, which is Nintendo. I don't think they've ever brought in any outside characters to Mario Kart.
I'm sure.
In Smash, they do it all the time. The most common one is Snake. They do Solid Snake a lot.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So I think Master Chief would be. I mean, Master Chief in. Maybe you get not just Master Chief. Maybe you get an Arbiter. Maybe you get a Brute. Maybe you get a choice of 3.
Cool. Cortana.
Yeah, that would be cool. Cortana. Well, I don't know what Cortana would do, but
she would fight.
yeah, she would be.
I mean,
teleporty.
Yeah, teleporty, like digital.
She would fight.
She'd be digitized.
Master Chief would pull out the spiked bomb from Halo 2.
So
give them back their bomb.
Actually, if you scroll up, Spicy, we can actually take a look. On the news story that you were at, one over on the tab.
Oh, okay.
Right there, yeah. If you scroll up now on this, there is the original picture of Phil Spencer. This kind of started it off right here, and you can see over his left shoulder at the top, there is the Nintendo Switch.
It is odd that it's sitting there because why is it not plugged into the?
On this?
And look, I don't even think it's on its dock. Yeah,
it's not specifically there.
And it's obviously not plugged into the TV. Yeah, why is it there? That is interesting.
Yeah, and everything else there is Xbox related.
Yeah, look how many controllers he goes through, too.
yeah.
I go through that
I
many.
bet you those are all broken.
Those are all, he smashed them into the wall.
He has rage. He has rage. But now type in.
Well, and I don't know. Look, he is wearing an Xbox Game Pass. Can you imagine if? Let's just entertain the idea. Can you imagine if Game Pass came to Switch?
He's wearing an Xbox Game. Okay, well let's go. Let's see if there's any clues about that with Sarah Bond. Type in Sarah Bond Nintendo Switch.
Okay,
into Google, and we'll be able to see it.
We're dissecting this.
There is a Connect 4 there as well, says Brian F. That's true. Maybe Xbox and Connect 4.
Hasbro, right? Is it who owns Connect 4? Is it Hasbro?
Maybe we're reading too much into it, but I don't think that's. There she is, right there, the top story.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they were playing. They were like, wait, see, hers is. The thing is it's specifically on display.
It's specific. Yes.
Why is it on display?
Oh yeah, it's that one's very. She doesn't have the gray Joy-Cons. She's got the neon,
the blue and red.
Yeah, the neon ones.
And the reason they're doing those colors is so it stands out.
Yeah.
And underneath there's a hat that says Game Stack. Her jacket doesn't say anything. Can I say I love her name is Sarah Bond? It's so cool.
That is a cool name.
Yeah.
Bond.
Is she now? Who is
Sarah
she?
Bond?
Is she? Does she come up? She comes up under. She's game partnerships, correct?
I think so. Yeah, she's the head of. I think you're right. The game partner.
I think relationships. I think
she was a integral part in the Bethesda.
Why did you laugh at that? Like gaming relationships.
The way you said it, it was just.
She's in charge of relationships.
I think because I think she was. I don't know her exact title, but I think you're right. I think it's something to do with the partnerships because I think she was a very integral part of the Bethesda deal.
Yeah. So this was during the video for this week. Again, it was Xbox developer conference talking about that. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
You ever think that they just do this stuff just to like troll? You know, like, hey, what if we just put our switches in the background for like the next 3 press conferences?
I would
just never say
just
anything.
Mess with people. Just totally mess with them.
Yeah, I would do something. It'd be hilarious. So, anyways, it's a good way to get hype, and I think
it is interesting that hers especially, like Phil Spencer's was too, but they're very specifically in a display setting. Like they're not. It's not like they were playing before the show and just tossed it aside.
Well, yeah,
know?
Phil Spencer has all these toys everywhere. He's got controllers everywhere. There's only 4 things behind her.
Yeah.
There's a Series X, a Series S,
there's 5 things.
Game Stack hat,
A controller,
and the Nintendo Switch.
and the Nintendo Switch.
And
I like
then
those
it's a black
shelves,
background.
though.
I mean, not black, but it's like a blank background. Nothing behind her beyond that.
Very industrial.
It is industrial.
I do like those shelves though. I like the shelves that have the hidden hooks. You know, like what are they called? Floating shelves.
Floating shelves.
Yeah, very nice, very good. She's got good taste.
Yeah, IKEA.
Anyways, it's really interesting. I think Beast in chat wants to bet $100 to each of the bros that Game Pass does actually come to
That would
Nintendo
be
Switch.
huge.
I take that bet, my friend. I 100% take that bet because I just don't see that Game Pass benefits Nintendo. I don't see where that benefits
unless
Xbox buys Nintendo. Then the gaming world is over.
Hear me out. Hear this idea. This is an idea I have. And this is where it benefits Nintendo. You bring Game Pass to Switch, and then you take like the next Splatoon game, like Splatoon 3, and you put it on Game Pass for the Switch, so it's not on Game Pass for Xbox, but it's Game Pass for the Switch. You know what I'm saying?
It would be too much, though.
It would.
It'd be too confusing from a marketing standpoint.
But how awesome would that be?
But Microsoft
they already
doesn't
do that
care
with
about confusing things.
Yeah, they already do that with
How
the,
many Xboxes do we have? Xbox Ones.
They already do that with the PC though. There's certain Game Pass games that are only on console and only on PC.
Okay, let's have fun for a minute because we do this every episode lately, like when we fantasize. This is called. Do you have any like
Fantasy Quarter?
Wow. Music?
Whoa! What kind of fantasy are we going into?
Go X1's fantasy.
I don't know if I want to get involved with this.
The fantasy of the week. Imagine if Xbox just bought Nintendo.
How much is Nintendo worth?
A lot. You want me to look that up?
Yeah, because
Nintendo valuation.
Okay. Current, not these 2018 stuff. Current
Nintendo.
Okay, let me spell it right. Current Nintendo evaluation.
No, just valuation.
Valuation?
Yeah.
Value. Can I just do value?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh. This is the original
that's the
NES console.
That's the actual
Nintendo company
you gotta go,
net worth.
No, if you type in valuation, that will tell you
Valuation.
What it is.
I don't use that word very often.
There you go. 72 million?
I think that's a stock.
There you go. Right now. How much is Nintendo net worth 2020? Right there.
85 billion.
Okay, so
Holy
that's like
shit.
that's
That's like 3 couch. You go through the couch change for Microsoft.
Whoa.
$85 billion.
Okay, well, let's just fantasize. From an XoneBros standpoint.
Hold on. Let's do Microsoft's evaluation to see if they
I bet you they'll be more.
By far.
They'll
I
have,
know.
one of the top.
But I want
I
to see the
think
power
they're like top
potential.
3.
I think they'll be in the hundreds of billions.
Microsoft. Okay, what are the words I'm using?
Microsoft is one of the one that's over $1 trillion. Microsoft, Apple, and
valuation.
Is it Google? There's like 3 that are over $1 trillion.
Okay, where do I go? What is the net value of Microsoft? $1 trillion.
Yeah, there's like 3. There's like Apple.
Oh, they got this.
Apple,
sell off a
Microsoft,
wing.
and I think Google might be the 3rd one. There's like 3 of them.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, what wing? You just sell off a wing and that'll pay
Not
for
even
it.
sell out. You incorporate their wing to yours.
No, but think about what that would mean for the podcast. So with Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate, now on this podcast we talk about PC games all the time. It's opened us up. We're no longer limited to just the Xbox. We talk about PC all the time. If they bought Nintendo, we could talk about Mario Kart on this show all the time, or Smash Brothers, or the latest Nintendo game
All the time.
It would be
Every
Xbox. Day. Would they call it the Xbox Switch?
No, they'd call it the sex box. Right? Am I right?
I see what you did.
Yeah, see the Switch and the Xbox.
I see what you did.
Yeah, see, that's you know what sells, right? You know what sells.
The Nintendo box. I don't know.
But nonetheless, it's obviously something. There's some type of collaboration.
It's definitely, I think, promotional for Halo Infinite, which I think gives me hope. I mean, gives me faith that.
It gives me hope.
It gives me hope that Halo Infinite is if they're putting that much marketing effort into it, I think they believe that Halo Infinite is a once in a generation type of game, and I hope that that's the case. I would love to see a new modern Halo be generational,
be dominant,
domination.
What if Master Chief becomes the new Bowser in the next Mario game? What if they villainize him?
The only
that'd be cool.
I know.
I
would join Bowser's side.
The only thing I can see them also doing is maybe bringing the Master Chief collection to the Switch.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't see them bringing Halo Infinite to the Switch because I think that
undermines Game Pass.
Yeah, and I think it kind of alienates your core audience a little bit too. But anyway,
regardless, it's cool. It's fun to talk about. I wonder what's coming. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, Bowser and Master Chief become roommates.
Now, a few weeks ago, we talked about how Microsoft, actually maybe it was a few months ago, Microsoft, they raised their Xbox Live prices, and it was a move to phase out Xbox Live. Well, the move continues. Then they brought back the prices, down back to normal for Xbox Live. But Xbox games this week that are free to play went completely free to play. We did not have to.
Yeah.
You do not have to purchase an Xbox Live to play a free to play game.
Correct.
On Xbox Live.
Correct. Yeah. There's a huge. I think there's over 50 games. I think there's 70 games on that list,
dude,
but there's a
tons.
ton of them. Some of the big ones: Fortnite, Apex Legends, Warzone, Rocket League, Dauntless. All those free to play games. Vigor, which is actually perfect timing for Vigor because they just released season 8. So very very nice for them. But Yeah, so if it's a free-to-play game and it's on that list, which is essentially pretty much all of them. I mean, there's not one I can really think of that wasn't on there.
Yeah.
You don't need Xbox Live to play anymore.
No, it's true. You don't. So, and this is a move again. I think by Christmas, this Christmas, 2021, Xbox Live will be not completely phased out from a functional standpoint, but completely phased out from we won't hear about it anymore.
Yeah.
We won't talk about it anymore. I don't think games with gold is going to be a thing anymore. I think it's Game Pass all the way. They're setting themselves up for this fall, Christmas. That's going to be the focus.
Do you think
Xbox Live is a thing of the past?
Well, do you think Microsoft would take any blowback from getting rid of games with gold?
No, because Game Pass is such a
It's kind of overpowering
value.
it.
Yeah, what do I care about?
I mean, essentially, Game Pass is games with gold.
What do I care about 2 dinky games every month when I got
4?
When I get 4, yeah,
I
4
would
dinky.
say there's going to be somebody that complains.
Yeah.
It's the internet.
I am head of community for a game that is blowing up at the moment, and let me tell you, people complain.
Yeah, somebody's going to complain.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Some people, it's like, why are you playing the game? All you do is complain. Why are you playing? I don't understand. Anyways.
Sounds like there's a couple regulars.
Oh, they're regulars. the same 15 damn people all the time.
It's the internet.
But that's the internet. That is true.
Yeah. Anyway, also another big move for Xbox. It's finally here. MLB The Show.
No.
21.
Let's actually pull that up while we discuss MLB The Show. Now, I downloaded it, but I've been so busy this week, I did not have a chance to jump in. Jordan did, though.
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't have a chance. Nobody had a chance to jump in.
I like how you just assumed that I didn't get.
I
just don't play sports games. That's just me.
No, I have it downloaded, and I'm hoping to play this weekend. I've been addicted to Outriders and World of Warcraft. It's been it's been a rough week, but MLB The Show is out now. From what I've heard from some very valuable sources, the community.
The community. Namely, the community. It's been fun. Dude,
it's been good. I guess there's been a few changes to the Road to the Show, which is the big single player mode.
Yep.
But I'm very excited to play this game over the weekend. I think it's going to be a perfect weekend to play the game. This is the first time we're getting MLB The Show on Xbox, and I'm just going to use the word proper for the lack of a better words, but first proper baseball game since 2005.
Baseball simulator, they call it.
Baseball simulator.
Yeah.
We did have games like RBI, which are fun. I'm not trying to knock those games, but this is the first.
Yeah, dude.
Like you said, proper simulator.
Are you going to create your own character and put him on a team?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what position you going?
Who's the guy? I'm just going to go like second base.
Second baseman.
Yeah. I was going to be like
my favorite base.
Everybody. Yeah. Everybody's going to pick.
Just so you know.
I actually changed my mind. I'm going to be the catcher. I feel like people don't respect the catcher.
Catcher gets the ladies.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
He's got all the wit. He's the one who trash talks the
true.
players.
It's true.
He's got to be trained in that.
It's true. I go pitcher all day long, but what I do is I bump up my stats so that I can also hit home runs like crazy.
Wait, you can bump up you can match your
do
stats?
whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. It's your game.
Really? Like you can just be like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Well, I'm talking about old games. I don't know if you can in this game, but old games, I used to always be the pitcher, and then I would make myself as beefy. Because pitchers traditionally are not good hitters in real life, and so I would.
So you're like,
so I'd be also a hitter, and it was great. It was great. For those of you listening,
what's the number? 600, batting 600. Isn't that like the high? Or something like that.
If you're batting 600, you're like killing it. No,
so not only are you gonna have a 102 pitch miles per hour, you're gonna be batting 600.
No, yeah. If you're batting 600, you're like Hall of Fame, hands down. No, a good hitter is like in the 300s. Which shows you how hard it is to hit a baseball. Because that means out of 3 out of 10 pitches, you're hitting.
I mean, just think about it. There's a small ball coming at you at, let's say, 95 miles an hour, a slow pitch, and you have to hit it with a stick.
Not in a straight line.
Of course, it's
all
hard.
Over the place. Hardest thing to do in all sports.
Yeah.
I've been actually not to derail this, but I've been watching a lot of baseball breakdowns.
Oh yeah.
From like years past.
Sure.
They're fascinating and they're funny.
Oh yeah.
Baseball players are very funny people.
Well, baseball is strategy.
Yeah.
It's managers' moves, counter moves.
and strategic emotional breakdowns.
No, I respect baseball because it's one of the only sports where if there's a fight, it's mandatory to clear the bench.
Yeah. Even from the pitcher's cage, way at the back of the
everybody.
stadium.
Everybody's the managers from up top in the booth start running down. Like it's mandatory.
So for those of you listening, if you've MLB The Show is on Game Pass. Great get, by the way. Well done,
Excellent.
Xbox, for getting that. We are running a league, an XoneBros League, Reactor League. Big shout out to him and huge thank you to him. He is running the XoneBros MLB The Show League. We have 22 out of 30 spots filled. So if you're interested in joining, head over to Discord ASAP. And we have an MLB The Show. I think it's just an MLB challenge. MLB League, I think is what we called it. So head over there, contact Reactor League, join the league, and let's get our seasons going. We've got a Madden League. We've got a MLB The Show League. Things are happening. Things are good.
Very excited. No, I'm excited to play this game this weekend. It's downloaded. I hear it does run at 4K 60 FPS,
beautiful.
so very nice.
Speaking of 4K 60 FPS, I am thinking of purchasing a new television. I almost bought one without asking my wife, and I was just going to come home with it, and then Then I got scared.
Good move.
Then I got scared.
What's
it
that?
was going to be
It's
the LG,
easier-
LG CK, whatever, the big
If
one.
I would have been with you, you would have bought it.
It's easier to
Yeah,
ask
probably.
forgiveness than permission
Probably.
or something like that. What's that saying?
Yeah, but there are some things.
That are non-forgivable.
That money can't buy, but for everything else.
There's Jared.
Oh, man. So are you going to be getting a new TV then? Is that what you're saying?
I would like to, yes, because we just finished our
I
basement.
mean, I would like to buy an island.
No, we just finished. I just finished my basement, and I bought. Ready for this? I bought a heavy duty treadmill, like commercial grade.
I thought you were getting a Peloton.
Shut up.
All right.
No. I didn't get a Peloton. They're too expensive. But just below a Peloton, it's commercial grade. It's the treadmill you got at the gym. I got that treadmill. And I put it in my basement, but I need a TV down there. So I'm thinking of taking my crappy TCL TV.
You got a Peloton?
No, he was thinking about it. He got a treadmill.
I got the one at the gym. That's the exact model that's at the
okay.
gym.
You did, really?
Commercial grade, yeah.
Oh, you were telling me you were going to get this a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's I received a text this morning. It's on its way. It's been delivered locally here in Salt Lake, so it's just getting ready to come. It's 300 pounds. I don't know how. Anyways,
Hey.
I'm putting it in my basement, and I want to move my TV down there, but I want to put my nice TV. I want to get a nice. I've never had a nice TV. I always get the cheap TVs.
Sure.
I want a nice television. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm going LG.
And you're going to be putting, are you going to
OLED
be putting
LG.
an Xbox on this TV?
I have the Series S that will be on that, yeah.
Nice.
But I here's the thing.
I would.
Have you seen my setup? You guys have seen my setup.
I haven't been over to your house in a while.
I have a couch now, and I bought a mobile screen. I'm used to this.
Wait, a mobile screen. Is
Yeah,
this
he
like
does have
Michael Scott's LCD on the wall?
Yeah, basically. It is my monitor, my 4K gaming monitor.
Now to watch a flat screen?
It sits now right in front of my couch that I added to my office. It's the best way to game. Like, I can't get over the TV, even as big as a TV is, it's different. And I can't adjust. So I got a couch in my office now that my Series X hooks up to this mobile TV that sits right in front of my face on my couch in my office.
Nice.
It's beautiful. You should see.
I should come over. I haven't been over in a little
It's
bit.
beautiful. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. Anyways, MLB The Show. Come join us. Join us for the season.
Yes. Speaking of seasons, we have quite a new.
Quite new.
Quite a new.
Watch your language.
Quite a new few seasons coming out.
Warzone season. 3.
Warzone season 3 is out. This is the Black Ops season 3. It comes with a new season pass, new operators, a bunch of weapons and balance changes. The big stuff is the nuke event that we had at the end of season 2. There was a zombie outbreak across the map, and you had to jump in and basically survive. If you were killed within, it was a special event that you did. If you were killed within this event, then you turned into a zombie and you basically tried to kill all the other characters. The goal was to try and survive as long as you can until the end of the round where the map was nuked, which is what we were expecting. So the map was nuked.
Explosive
and
explosions.
We have a not new map, but a reskin of the old map, which I will admit is a little disappointing. I think myself and I think quite a lot of people were expecting a brand new map. But basically, we're going back in time. The new map is Verdansk 84, which is Verdansk 1984.
Yeah.
So we're going back in time. There are some significant changes, like the dam. up top is different. The stadium is under construction, but the layout is still the same. It's not a new map, I would say. It's a reskin of a map. So they reskin it, and I think that's why it's a little disappointing to me because like I said, me and I think quite a few people were hoping for a complete new one. But unfortunately, that's not what we got. But we did get I would call it a heavy reskin, I guess. The color palette has changed a little bit. I think it's a bit brighter, which I do like. But other than that, there's not. I would say the map's big, so I haven't exported it all yet. I've played probably like maybe 10 rounds of the new one. I would say the dam is probably a significant change because it's a lot different now. It's more open. The whole map altogether is more open. But like I said, I think it's more so just a reskin of the old map. But anyway, we'll see how season 3 goes.
Such a good job with this. So as of summer 2020, I'm trying to look up numbers like how much does Warzone make for Call of Duty, because it's would you say it's the most premium of the free-to-play battle royales, or it's definitely up there, correct?
It's got an audience, that's for sure.
Interestingly enough,
well, I mean, like polished wise.
So you're saying, is this the most polished BR?
Like like it's got a premium feel to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So does Apex.
Yeah, Apex is another one.
I was actually looking at, I don't know how real these sites are, but I was looking at daily concurrent players for certain games, and Apex actually, I believe, is 3 times as populated as Warzone. Not saying that that's big. I mean, when you're talking hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, it's not that, that kind of a thing. But I thought that was fascinating. I don't know how they get their numbers. It's third party people that are trying to figure out how much analyzing and everything. But
so in its first month of release, or in season 3 rather, Apex Legends, it is estimated.
So the old season 3, because they have confusing names too. Yeah. So this is technically the second season 3.
Apex Legends, reportedly during season 3, this is estimated to have earned.
Oh, sorry, we're talking about Apex.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'll show you Call of Duty. It have earned $45 million that month for them.
Oh,
season 3.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
45 million. That's good for them.
Warzone. It is estimated around the same time. This was the same time of year, right? This is late 2020. Well, I guess Apex was 2019.
Yeah,
for season 3. But so 2020, it is estimated that Call of Duty Warzone, it brings in around $3 million a day.
A day?
It's $100 million a month.
Yeah. Well, and at that point too, Call of Duty was newer, so it had the hype behind it.
Yeah. So those numbers are going to fluctuate. But damn.
And then, of course, at the beginning of a new season, you have another influx of players as well. So, like in a couple of weeks, Apex, which we'll talk about later, will have another influx of players for the new season.
Yeah.
But no, Call of Duty Warzone's fun. I really like it. I think it's one of the best BRs out there. Depending on my opinion, kind of depends on which one is the best for me. I think there's a top 3 for sure.
I think they do a lot of things right, obviously.
They do. Their biggest problem is they have a lot of cheating issues every so many months that they have to purge. I wish they would fix that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they do, but then a new influx of cheaters come in.
What would a Call of Duty be game without cheaters?
Yeah. So, I don't know. I wish what they would do, and this may be how they do it. I'm not 100% sure. I wish so. There's multiple studios that work on the Call of Duty franchise.
Sure.
There's Infinity Ward, who does the Modern Warfare stuff. There's Treyarch, who does the Black Ops stuff, and then there's, I think, Sledgehammer, who's doing the new one this year, and then you have different support studios like Raven and stuff. I kind of wish what they would have done, and I don't know how they do it. Someone can enlighten me by sending me a Discord message if I'm wrong, but I kind of wish they would just take like Raven, which is one of their support studios, and just 100% put them in charge of Warzone. Warzone is their game. And then you have Infinity Ward and all them doing their own stuff, and Warzone is their game. And then every year they go to Treyarch or whoever and they collaborate, like, hey, you're doing, the rumor this year is they're doing World War II stuff. Like, hey man, we'd like to put the M19 in the game. What's your guys' mod, and stuff like that. Just do the collaborations. But I don't know necessarily who's in charge of Warzone, but I wish they had one developer that was in charge and they took care of it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I feel like because there's multiple developers on it, that's why there's issues every now and then.
Yeah.
I don't know. But see, I don't know how to... Maybe there is one developer on it. I thought that's what it was, but then I was told it wasn't, so I don't know.
Breaking news coming at you right now. Every spot for MLB The Show season, XoneBros season, has been filled. Breaking news. So if you'd like to get on the backup list, head over to MLB The Show or MLB in Discord and let Reactor League know. So that's exciting. That's fun. Every person.
Call of Duty Warzone, really fun this new season. It's always exciting at the beginning of a season because you're trying out all the new stuff. Like I said, I wish there was a full new map. Maybe we'll get one later. I was a little disappointed that it's more of just a reskin than anything else. But the nuclear event was pretty cool. It's pretty fun. It's always fun to do events like that. I think that's the one thing Fortnite changed in the gaming industry is they did live in-game events.
Yeah.
And now lots of games are starting to do it. There was some server issues with Warzone's event, which, funny enough, I think they share servers between Activision Blizzard and all their games. I mean, it's not surprising that they do, because during the event, Warzone had a lot of server issues, and during the event, Warcraft sent out a tweet saying that they're not doing their PTR testing because of instability. And I think it was because everybody was trying to log. I think it was just anyway. But the event was cool. The new map, well, not new map. The reskin of the map is fun in some places. But anyway, Warzone Season 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Before I move on to the next one, to put it in perspective, so they brought in $100 million. Apex brought in $45 million estimated per month. They bring in $1 million Call of Duty per day. Last April, this is the numbers, solid numbers that we have. Last April, Fortnite brought in $400 million.
Wow. How many, let's take Fortnite for an example. How many players do you think Apex and Warzone, I mean, you can even say PUBG, but PUBG's been out relatively about the same time as Fortnite.
Sure.
How many players do you think Apex and Warzone took from Fortnite? Because Fortnite was reigning dominant there for a while.
I don't think
that many.
Do you think it really didn't take that
probably
much?
Took some, but I don't
not
think
as
the
much
numbers
as you would
big
think.
Really?
I think Call of Duty had this is the most popular game, and that was its market. They just moved them over to Battle Royale.
Yeah.
I think Apex came from probably a variety of players, a more mature crowd that was looking for a Battle Royale. Probably where you probably saw some more crossover between those two games is with like a PUBG.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway. It's an older crowd.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to Apex.
This trailer was amazing.
They have some big new announcements. Ooh. So they had 2 trailers that dropped this week. They had one introducing the new character Valkyrie, and then they had one introducing the new season Legacy. So we have a new season coming out. The new season is going to launch on May 4th. It's called Legacy. I believe it's going to be season 9. We have a new character named Valkyrie, which is very cool.
She's
now
like Mercy with rockets.
Yeah. So we
Which
don't.
is the exact opposite of Mercy. Mercy's a healer.
Yeah. We do have data mined abilities of hers. So these are the abilities that we have for the new character that have been data mined. So keep in mind they're probably pretty close to accurate, but they may change because they're not official from Respawn. So her passive is hover in the air for a short period of time. Which I think is going to be very similar to, you remember when you'd play Halo 5 and you'd aim down sight while you're in the air and your character kind of hovers there?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be something similar to that, which will be really interesting. It depends on how long she can hover or if it's like a gradual hover and how stable she can shoot while she hovers, because there's a lot of jumping off buildings and stuff in Apex. So I'm curious how that will work.
Well, can she... I don't see it in combat being that useful besides mobility, because if you're hovering there, you're an easy target for anyone to shoot you. But if you're using it to traverse buildings and stuff like that,
well,
I think it'd be useful.
I'm trying to think of like if you're in an intense fight, you're pushing a team and you use like an octane jump pad and you fly through the air and then you like aim down sight and stop to hover for a second and shoot and then continue to go.
Sure.
I see that. I wonder how it's going to work.
It feels risky.
Yeah.
In a game like Apex.
Well, it's like when you would use it in Halo. You'd use it for like a quick shot and then move.
Yeah.
Because in Halo, and that's why I wonder if it's going to work similar to Halo 5, where you only hover when you aim down sight, and then when you let go, you kind of go back to full speed. I don't know. We'll have to see. Again, these are data mined abilities. Her tactical is going to be a cluster missile, which I'm sure is pretty accurate because you see it in the trailer. Which reminds me of kind of like a Pharah ability. Obviously not as powerful because it's just a tactical. So it's, I assume it's going to be something similar to Fuse, where he can kind of shoot the grenades. But obviously, anyway. And then her ultimate, this is where it's going to get really interesting, is her ultimate, Valkyrie and nearby teammates redeploy, which basically means they launch back into the air and then they re-skydive down. Okay. And I think that's interesting. First thing I thought
that's
of,
good for mobility.
Yeah, first thing I thought of was, if you get pinched by two teams, you can just get out real quick. Or doing some crazy stuff in the very last circle when it's really small. I don't know. But like you said, mobility. So,
or if you get screwed by, did you say screwed by the circle?
Yeah.
That would be very helpful to have that on your team.
So that would be cool. So those are data mined abilities. We don't know for sure. They're probably pretty accurate. We'll have to see when the season comes out for sure on May 4th. But we're also getting a new game mode called the Arena, and that is what they show off in the trailer. They don't show gameplay. It's a cinematic trailer. But they are going to show gameplay and give us more details on April 26th, which is this Monday. But the Arena, from what I've read online, seems to be a 3v3 team deathmatch style.
Oh, I can see that.
Game mode.
Sorry, I yawned and said, "Oh," at the same time. That makes sense.
So I think that'll be cool. We'll see if it's like a limited time event or if it's a full-on event, and I think that would be a fun little diversion from the Battle Royale, doing like a team deathmatch.
Yeah.
A 3v3, getting your threes team together. It looks like they have a specific map for it in the trailer. So, I don't know. It looks like a good time. We'll get more details on that Monday, April 26th. But Apex, I do think this, though. This trailer was awesome. I think this is the best trailer they've made, their gameplay trailer. And with the new game mode coming, they're doing some changes to the Olympus map. The new character looks really cool. I think this is going to be one of their best seasons.
That trailer, if you've not seen the trailer, go watch the trailer. Apex Legends Legacy launch trailer.
They put their A-team on this one.
Dude, it's very cool. So it's going to be exciting to see how that breaks down. Vigor, a game that I'm really into, dropped Season 8. And is it a good season? It's solid. Vigor has done pretty okay. It's what we come to expect from Vigor. Is it bringing any new players back or players back that might have left the game? It's not. There's not
Trappers,
a whole lot.
Right? Is what it's
called.
It's
Trapper season. It seems like they're polishing the game. It seems like they're tightening the screws here. And
what have they done with the camping mechanics?
The camping mechanics they got rid of.
So no more.
We basically went
alarm.
back to season 6.
I like season 6.
Now there are 2 items again: lock container, safe, locked safe, in every single map to go for.
See, I didn't mind them taking away one of the items because it funnels everybody to that high-profile spot. Yeah, which again, I don't mind. I don't mind there being a high risk, high reward.
Yeah, having been through both, like back to back and in between. With just going back to 1, I do think it's better. You can do more stuff with the map. It's more interesting. Mm-hmm. They've also redone all the loot tables and the experience tables. For instance, kills used to be 500 way back in the day. Then they went to 100, and now it's 300.
Yeah.
So like they're changing all the experience. It feels like they're tightening it up. I think they're tightening it up because there's not a lot here, basically, is what I'm saying. Season 8, if you're a veteran, there's not a lot here that's new to experience. You're probably not playing this for the entire season. But I think they're tightening it up because they've got to bring it to PC at some point. That's just their...
I would hope so, yeah.
That's Bohemian Interactive's, and it's currently not PC. You've got to have that thing on lockdown for PC, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's... I'm really glad they got rid of those camping mechanics.
I'm going to say something controversial, and if you're a fan of Vigor, I apologize for saying this. It's not controversial. It's my opinion. But I think they're breaking their battle pass. I think they're doing
the Legacy Pass.
It's called Legacy Pass, and I found out more details about it. So they've delayed it for a few weeks here. It'll come out, but you can select 1 season per season to go back and do, and you don't do it after you complete your battle pass. You can do them simultaneously. So I can be in season 8 and season 1 if I never played season 1, and I can be leveling up both battle passes at the exact same time. My experience that I get in match goes towards past seasons as well as my current season. I think you just broke what makes a battle pass work. Yeah. And that is exclusivity. We talked about it last week with
Sea of Thieves. I think Sea of Thieves did the same thing. They actually did something else that I found out about this week that was a little upsetting. But
do you want to talk about it?
Well,
we're here for you, man.
So last week, I don't know. It's hard because last week we were talking about Sea of Thieves and how they did they put some of the Battle Pass stuff in the store, the sales specifically, which I think is pointless because what's the point of a Battle Pass then? I don't think it's a bad thing to make things exclusive for players that try hard to get them. They added the day one patch in. I guess you can get the day one patch. Last week I was talking about I don't mind if they do an event. And then in that event, you can get an item that was previously thing. I think I've kind of changed my mind on that because when I found out that other people had the day one patch, and the day one patch is an eye patch. It's not really that big of a deal. It's an eye patch that you got for playing the first 24 hours of the game. It's a day one. Hey, if you were on day two, I'm sorry you missed it. It's a day one thing. When I was playing this week, I hit Pirate Legend, by the way, just throwing that out there. When I was playing this week,
nice.
Dirty.
Yeah, when I was playing this week, I found out that some people are getting the day one patch, and even though it's something little and I don't wear mine, I thought to myself, basically,
it's no longer a day one patch.
It devalued mine.
It does.
It made me go, well, okay. Well, I was there on day one. There's no point to that.
Well, see, I think
it devalued it for me.
Sometimes less is more, and I think that it's easy to fall into a trap that more is more, and that's not the case. And I think it's the same thing with this seasons. It was already bad enough with the Vigor Legacy seasons. I understand what they're doing. I think it's kind of a cool concept in theory. In reality, it breaks the exclusivity of each season of Vigor, the accomplishment that you get. And this was when I thought that you had to complete the first battle pass to be able to then move on to a new battle pass. At least that's some kind of reward for grinding.
Yeah, if you beat it
this is you can pick one every season and grind them simultaneously. I think it's a mistake.
Well, what's cool? Well, it's just I think it was either season 1 or season 2 or season 3. I don't know, but it was the Cops and Robbers season. I can't remember what season it was. Season 3. One of the coolest skins in that season was the Do Not Cross police line skin for the handgun. That was awesome. And guess what? Only I and whoever played season 3 have that gun. But now, and it devalues it. Like I said last week, I was saying to myself, well, if they do an event, then you have to earn it again. I told myself that would be okay. But now, experiencing other people getting my
betrayed.
item. Yeah, it does. So I don't even think my opinion has changed from last week. I don't even think I think once it's in the game and they miss the event or something, then that's I'm sorry,
Spicy. You're an opinion man.
I don't know.
Man. It's just, give me your opinion.
No, I agree. I mean, we talked about this last week. I went off for 20 minutes on how pissed I was.
Yeah, the John Wick skin.
Yeah, the John Wick skin. So I don't want to go into that.
Do you think it's a workable model though, if they keep it that way, or do you think that
what way?
Sea of Thieves, or let's talk Vigor specifically, enabling you to go to back battle passes.
So,
do you think it's workable?
I can see why they do it, and why they do it. Last season, I think it was last season or the season before, they had the armor blueprint.
Yep.
And that's
a mistake anyways. Putting blueprints in a battle pass is a mistake.
Correct. It's a mistake to do that.
It should be RNG crates and airdrops.
Sure. But they did that.
Yeah.
And so now they're going, well, we got to give them somehow to get blueprints, which these are pivotal to strategy in the game. You need to bring those in if you want to survive an extra shot.
Yeah.
So I can see why they're doing it, but I still agree that it's a mistake to do it.
Yeah.
It's a Band-Aid over a problem that they initially made by putting something that was
you're missing they're missing the mark.
It wasn't a skin or an aesthetic or anything like that. It was a
gameplay.
It was a gameplay mechanic that gives advantage to somebody.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's the mistake that they made.
It's true.
Why I can see that's why
they should do is just all you have to do is just say guns blueprints are RNG in airdrops. Even if that RNG is 1%, that increases the value of every single airdrop that you get. And say only airdrops. Don't let it be in crates that you can get other ways.
Or you can even make a specific quest or task to do for
challenge that you do every single
that's always
season.
up. You know what I mean? That's always up. Like, hey, to unlock let's say the SG1, you got to do this.
Anyways, it just frustrates me. Let's move on. Let's move on to questions, everybody.
Okay.
I feel stressed out. There's like this stress in my chest now.
Well, I mean, because we're talking about stuff that pisses us off. I mean, think about the eye patch thing. That's terrible.
The eye patch thing is really bad.
That is
Why
a
ever have
spit in the face to all your day one fans.
Now, is it a day one eye patch or is it a replica?
It's the exact same one.
Yeah, that's.
See, and I was talking to
terrible.
me and Barbara Blake were playing, and we were talking about it, and I told him, I said, now knowing that, and I told him my opinion has changed because I said originally maybe it's okay if you put an old item in an event, and I'm like, I don't even like that.
Okay,
I like the exclusivity, but
there's a difference between putting an old item and putting a day one.
Yeah.
Well, no,
exclusive.
but because of that, I don't even like the old item because again, it still devalues because obviously the task will be different to get that item. Now, if maybe let's say they put an in-game event where you have to let's say kill 6 megalodons and you get a variant of the day one eye patch. That's more okay, but even then, I still think it takes a little value away from that still original item.
I disagree.
Item,
I think it shouldn't be similar. Just make something else.
Yeah, no, that's what I want. I want them to make something new, and then maybe I miss that item and someone else gets it, and then that person has that feeling.
It's an economy, right? There's economics to it, and it's when you see someone with a day one patch, it means something. Now, if everybody can get a day one patch, it doesn't mean anything.
Well,
why call it a day one patch?
That's exactly what happened to Barbara Blake. I'm going to use his story because he was the one that let me know about this and told me when we were talking about it. Is he was sailing next to someone and they started waving because it was peacetime. It
was peacetime on the seas.
The cannons were pointed up.
It was peacetime, and he noticed that guy had a day one patch, and he said, "Oh, cool, that guy's been here since year one." He's like, that guy's been here. And then Blake found out the other day that they're actually just giving that away for certain things. And then I looked into it, and I think last year they gave some away and stuff like that. And now Blake's thinking like, oh, he could have not been here day one. It devalues that item.
Well, there's meaning behind that.
Yeah, exactly.
Takes away the meaning.
Same with a bunch of different stuff in the game. And I mean, a lot of games do it. Fortnite
it's like
does it.
if you gave diamond rings to every girl you saw.
And there's no value in it.
There's no value in that diamond ring when you give it to your wife.
No, but after this week, I think my new opinion on the matter is even if it's a limited time event or a skin or whatever, I prefer items to be, like, especially within battle passes, to be only in that battle pass, and then you move on to the next one. Like Mark said, I mean, I also look at it from the developers have all these assets that they want to use. I get that, but I think you're right. Let's make some new stuff. Let's put some new cool items in there and get people excited for the new stuff. And
That said, it's still better than loot crates.
Had to get that old
It's
Overwatch
still a
gem.
step up.
Still better than loot
Speaking
crates.
of that, thoughts on Jeff Kaplan no longer
Oh yeah,
at Overwatch.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he left.
Wait, hold on. Did we have a question about that? Let me make sure so I can give credit. Oh, right here. Rocket4 writes in. Let's get to the questions. Rocket4 writes in and says, "What's up, bros? I'm sure this will make it into this week's news segment, but would like to hear any thoughts or reactions you guys might have to Jeff Kaplan resigning from Blizzard. I'm a huge Overwatch fan and was really sad when I heard about Jeff this week. He was one of the last of the old guard at Blizzard, and I feel like one of the few guys left the community actually likes. Are you guys worried about Overwatch 2 now? Warmly yours from Atlanta, Rocket4." Jeff Kaplan. So for those of you that don't know, Jeff Kaplan retired from Blizzard. He left Blizzard. Did he go anywhere else or he just stepped down?
Well, I'm sure there's a non-compete agreement, right? So
Yeah.
if he goes somewhere else, it'll probably be a couple of years from now.
Yeah.
Right? But as of right now, he's just retired.
Okay, so thoughts, first impression. Let's start with Spicy and then we'll go to Jordan. Jeff Kaplan is gone.
This was sad. This was sad news to me. I love Blizzard, and I loved a lot of the guys that you grew to like from Blizzard. Blizzard did their BlizzCons, and they would always go on stage, and you get to know these guys: Chris Metzen, Ben Brode, Jeff Kaplan was one of the guys. These guys are very cool guys. You learn to know their personalities. The shirts they wear, you get used to them. And you can see that they were all passionate about gaming. That was, I would call it the golden era of Blizzard, was when all
The golden era, when all these guys were there.
he was one of the last ones left. They started being picked off. I believe it's I mean, we go through a lot of conspiracy theories, but I believe the Activision deal, when Activision Blizzard came about and Blizzard was purchased, I believe that they have been methodically every 6 months to a year eliminating the old guard, so to speak. And I like how Rockefeller used that term. Jeff Kaplan was one of the last ones. They went through all the names that I said. They went through the accountant. That was the big guy there. They went through several of them.
Mike Morhaime.
Mike Morhaime, exactly.
Even also recently, Omar Gonzalez. If you guys don't know, he's basically the reason we have World of Warcraft Classic. It's a funny story. They basically said, the fans said, "Hey, can we do this?" And Blizzard said, "No, it's impossible with the engine that we had. Like, it's impossible." Omar Gonzalez went and locked himself in his office for a day and came out and said, "I figured it out." Yeah, and he did it.
So you get to know these guys with that. And that's when I feel like the disconnect between the company and the fans started to appear a little bit more frequently. I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know what's going on. But Jeff Kaplan was he was one of my favorite guys there. Although all those guys I named are my favorite guys. Even though Chris Metzen, it was really intense and scared me sometimes when he was telling me bedtime stories about the next expansion. But really, this is a big deal. I already had concerns about Overwatch 2. My concerns I've named on the show before was the fact that I felt like it wasn't a sequel. I felt like it was
a new season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just an expansion, more like in between a DLC and
free expansion that has paid elements.
Yes.
It's kind of it's interesting.
So I already had concerns about that already. That's who's left. I think that's the old guard has officially been transitioned out, and it was the fact that it was like every 6 months, between every 6 months and 12 months that they were eliminating these people from their payroll. It's sad. I don't know. I really like Overwatch. I love Blizzard games. We critique and are passionate about the games we love. Mm-hmm. Blizzard has always been one of my favorite developers. Every game that they make, I feel, becomes a powerhouse in the genre that they're in. They don't joke around. This is coming off of news that I believe this same week they announced StarCraft 2 is now no longer getting updates. They're pretty much cutting it off.
Are we going to get a StarCraft 3?
It's probably going to be for mobile because those have supercomputers in them. No, I don't know. Maybe it would be cool, but they're cutting it off. So I don't know. Blizzard tends to, recently in the last couple of years, they've tend to just kick me, but I still love their games. I want to be hopeful. I really, really want to have Overwatch 2 be amazing. Have a non-loot crate version.
Yeah. I would think they benefit from a battle pass.
I would totally agree. So this is like, I feel like I'm giving a eulogy or, some sort of status. But Jeff Kaplan, I love that guy. I hope the best for him. Probably just going to do his own thing like all the other guys are starting to do, which maybe in 5 years we're going to see some great things come out from him. Or maybe he's going to join Morheime's company and then
Dreamhaven.
Dreamhaven, and then start playing that. But that's big news. That's really big news. He was the face of Overwatch. He was the Phil Spencer.
He really was
of Overwatch.
Yeah, he really was.
Yeah.
So no, he was a really good developer. He did a lot of cool stuff on World of Warcraft. Overwatch. I mean, even now, Overwatch is still a good game. I mean, it's still fun to play. The gameplay mechanics are there.
Yeah,
I think that's how you know good developers, because they know how to make a fun game in very simple terms. Like Overwatch, he made a fun game. I believe the assistant director who was under Jeff Kaplan is now the director of Overwatch 2. So I'm pretty sure everything that was in place is still moving forward. So hopefully Overwatch 2 will still be a good time. It's almost kind of like a double-edged sword. I was thinking about it this week. I understand that Chris Metzen was one of my favorites. Mike Morhaime was good. Jeff Kaplan. You had a lot of big Omar Gonzalez, right? You had a lot of cool guys at Blizzard that left their mark, and now they're all leaving. I understand that you have to get new people in there, new, young, fresh people. Because, I mean, if you think about it, Jeff Kaplan is who he is because he had a chance to put his idea and his mark on the game, right? So maybe the next Jeff Kaplan is at Blizzard right now working on Diablo. We don't know yet. You know? So I understand that you got to get new people in there, but it's always hard to see your favorite guys leave, you know?
Yeah.
Because you know what they're capable of.
Yeah, so, some of my favorite videos are when Blizzard would come out with their developer update, and it would always be Jeff Kaplan sitting there with his Divas shirt on and be like, so this is what we're doing. Jeff Kaplan, I mean, he was the face of Overwatch.
He was really good. Yeah, so I mean, it'll be interesting. Like I said, I mean, I get that companies need to bring in new people, and I mean, like I said, maybe there's the new Jeff Kaplan or Chris Metzen is there right now working on something that we'll find out about later, but Jeff Kaplan was one of my favorites. I think he was very heavily involved with World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King, which is one of my personal favorite World of Warcraft storylines. Really, really good. There was a lot of cool stuff that they added into that expansion. He did a lot of cool stuff on original World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
I think he was heavily involved with like the Onyxia raid and Molten Core and all this.
I think he's also known for the quest of the papers that everyone hated.
Yeah,
right?
so what you had to do. Oh man, well, Stranglethorn Vale's like a really. You either love it or you hate it because Stranglethorn Vale is a zone in World of Warcraft, especially in vanilla. When anyway, it was a contested zone. So if you were on a PvP server, it's really one of the first zones you'll go into where you're going to get ganked or you're going to fight, or it's very intense, right? There's arenas in there. So people were already on edge about that zone. But there was a quest, and I believe it was Jeff Kaplan, and it's just funny. It's just like, we had this idea that we thought would be fun. And basically it's a quest with, I think there's like 9 or 11 pages, but not everybody got the same page. So the idea was like you had to link up with friends, trade pages, and do this, and it ended up just being everybody hated it, right? So, but that aside, he did a lot for Blizzard with World of Warcraft, and then especially with Overwatch being the game director. So it's sad to see him go.
Yeah, great question, Rockin4. Thank you very much for writing in. Marshall Reyes writes in and says, "Hey, bros, just a thought I've had while Halo Infinite looms near." This question is probably for Jordan specifically. Would Halo 5 Guardians have fared better reception-wise to the story if it was considered a spin-off and not a main entry to the series? Maybe have called it Halo 4 Guardians, like Halo 3 ODST, and Infinite be a prepper fifth entry. Proper fifth entry. Then maybe players wouldn't be so gun-ho about playing as Spartan Locke so much. Yeah. Just curious. Thanks for everything, bros.
Yeah. Spartan Locke, I don't think was a bad character. I think he was fine. I think the initial problem with Halo 5 was 100% their marketing.
Because it
was Hunt the Truth. It was the greatest manhunt in gaming history. So you're thinking like, oh my gosh,
but that marketing was cool. But then when you got the game,
well, because that was not what was in the game.
It was like Iron Man 3. It was like commercials for that did not reflect what the movie was.
And I'm not saying the story was bad or anything. I don't think it's the best story arc in the Halo universe. I don't think it's the worst either. I think it's okay. I think it moved things along. But, the whole Hunt the Truth, the greatest manhunt in history, and then it all kind of boiled down to a 30-second cutscene, which was a cool cutscene, but it was like we fought Boss A 7 times in the campaign, and you couldn't make that a boss fight? Like, that was a cut. It's just, I think there was a lot of issues. It almost, I don't know. I don't want to say the game felt rushed because I don't think it felt rushed, but it almost felt like they didn't want to do some stuff, that I don't know. It's just it's hard to explain. But I think the marketing is mostly to blame for what happened with Halo 5. I think gameplay in Halo 5 was good, especially in the multiplayer arena.
Yeah,
I think was really solid.
Yeah.
It probably would have been better if it was a sub game like a Halo ODST because Master Chief is not the primary focus in Halo 5. Yes, he is a main character. Yes, he is there, and you do play him. But the story is more so about Locke and Fireteam Osiris, which is fine because they have a cool group of characters. But again, I don't know. If we really dissect the Halo 5 campaign, there was a lot of issues. Issue number 1 is there should have been more like gameplay stuff. Like the whole the whole first 15 minutes of the game was really upsetting to me because they made me truck through. That's
Don't
okay.
make me
okay,
truck through.
Okay, I'm gonna speak bluntly here. All right.
Uh-oh. Do I need to get the beeper ready?
In Halo 4, they had this mode called Spartan Ops. I thought Spartan Ops was terrible. I really did not like Spartan Ops. It was stupid. It was basically, here's 5 levels of like 45 minutes each of gameplay of the exact same thing, and you had to go through it to get the story. And you would get the story of Spartan Ops was really cool because you got a lot of Dr. Halsey lore, right? There's a lot of cool stuff in the story, but they should have just made that a movie, to be honest with you, because the gameplay stuff was terrible. It was, you have to go through like 5 different chapters, and each chapter had chapter 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, and all 5 of those levels were the exact same 45 minutes of gameplay of doing the exact same thing. It was very boring, and it was like, come on, guys. Like, it was just, and the only reason you're playing it is to see the next cutscene. They should have made it into like a movie or whatever. And you go through all that I'm going to be honest with you, that trash, and you're worn out, you're tired, and then that whole story that they developed that they forced you to play through gets concluded in a 12-second cutscene at the very beginning of Halo 5, and you're like, are you kidding me? Like, why couldn't that have been, that there could have been a boss fight. But no, they had to make us fight the Warden 800 times, which was just so stupid. And then you had to fight him 3 different times. It was there was a lot of, I think there was a lot of underlying issues of the Halo 5 campaign. One of them being, please don't ever reuse the same boss more than twice. I will give you 2 times because you can always have a resurrection story. That's fine. Whatever. That's just, Superman has taught us that. But no more than 3 times. Don't make me fight the same boss over and over and over again.
I feel like this is therapy session.
Yeah, it was just, there's a lot.
Jordan,
there's
tell
a
me
lot
about
of,
your parents.
There's passion here.
Yeah, well, it's because it. And again, the story of Halo 5 was not bad. I think there was a lot of gameplay issue, not gameplay. I don't even know how to explain it. Direction issues, maybe. Mm-hmm. Like when they were designing a level. I feel like this is how it went. Okay, we have this amazing sequence where you go down an elevator and you fight all these mobs of people. What should we do at the end? Well, we haven't fought the Warden in a couple levels. You want to fight him again? Yeah, throw him in there. This time, make him multiply into 3 of the same guy. And you're like, okay, let's fight him again.
Okay. Yeah. Jordan,
Anyway, I can talk about Halo 5 for a long time.
The sadness on your face right
true.
there.
It's just the story of Halo 5 was okay. It wasn't bad.
it's like remembering
But-
just a traumatic memory here.
But there was just some rough stuff that I think.
Marshall Reyes,
Yeah.
you opened a can of
Yeah,
worms.
you totally did.
It's just
the
Great
emotion
question.
on his
Anyway,
face.
yeah, it's just
Great
this,
question.
yeah.
Thank you very much for writing in.
We'll talk. You did
Let's,
good, Jordan. That was a safe. This is
yeah,
a
it's
safe
just-
place.
Let's take one more
Yeah.
question here. Let's take Huck MS question. Huck MS writes in and says, "Okay, guys, you've got a barcade all to yourselves. What are you hitting first? Skee ball, Turtles in Time, Pac-Man, the bar? Thanks for the show. Depends what food is at the bar, whether or not I hit the bar first. But me,
they're bowling.
I like skee ball.
yeah, this is a complete barcade.
Okay.
Bowling is included. I go pool all day. Pool
I
ski.
love
I go
pool,
pool.
yeah.
It's my favorite. I grew up as a kid. My best friend had a pool table at his house, and we would spend hours and hours and hours. I love pool. It's my dream to have a full size pool table
Those are big.
in my basement one day.
Your basement's not big enough.
Yeah,
No,
you
yeah.
need a bigger house.
No, my basement's big enough.
No, it's not.
If you kick out your tenants, it's big enough.
That's what my plan is. when I can afford a pool
Your
table,
current tenants.
I'll afford new tenants. No, I would like a pool. It's my dream to have a pool table.
Yeah, full-size pool tables they're big.
I had
They're
one
fun,
for a
though.
while when I was growing up.
Oh, did you? Did you?
Yeah, it was. How much can I say? Yeah, I had it for about a year, and then I got it taken away.
You got to take it away.
Well, it got taken away.
Oh.
Taken away? I don't know how to speak English.
What'd you not do? Did you?
No,
not do
I'll
something?
tell you. I'll tell the post show after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want this too public.
Was it like a legit pool table or?
No, yeah, totally legit.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. And it's not what you think. It's not bad how it got taken away, but I should be careful. I'll tell post show. Remind me, chat. We'll talk about it on the post show.
Sounds bad.
But it's awesome. I love pool.
Pool is my favorite. What would you play?
What would I play?
Yeah.
I really like bowling. I would go between 3 games. Bowling, Turtles in Time. That's a great thing, and then that Jurassic Park game with the guns.
Oh yeah.
Where you're like in the car?
Yeah.
Or the one where you're just at the gun standing?
No, in the car where the
Okay,
T-Rex
okay.
chases you in the Jeep and everything. That one. And maybe Cruising USA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say, Jordan, what do you go first for?
Skee ball.
Skee ball is fun, and especially when you're on a roll, you're just hitting it right, and it's hitting boop.
And if they have like a ticket system for prizes,
Tickets for prizes.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The only way I'm going to the bar first is if they've got some kind of burger that's juicy and greasy. Oh, I'm hungry right now.
Very hungry.
Very hungry.
Yeah. Food is awesome.
Very, very hungry.
I like food.
I'll also take lamb with wine gravies.
Wait, we just turned
With
this
lines-
question
with
into
lines
what
sauce.
food would we eat?
Yeah. What's your favorite meat?
Beef. Beef is the best.
Beef is good.
It's one of the few meats where you just have to add salt and pepper.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. With
It tastes great. Unlike other meats where you have to make it taste like it's not what it's supposed to taste like for it to be good.
Mine is like mussels. I like mussels. Does that count as meat?
It's a fish.
I would
right?
assume,
I
yeah.
don't know, yeah.
Okay.
It's got
Mussels
meat
kind
in
of taste.
The garbage
the
fish
same.
of the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
sure.
love mussels.
The fish that all other
Shrimp.
fish look down on.
Shrimp tastes.
The pigeon of the sea.
Shrimp tastes pretty good by itself too.
Shrimp is good, yeah.
Shrimp is really good.
Jordan, favorite meat?
I don't know. Meat.
Any meat?
Yeah,
mine
meat.
is lamb. I love lamb.
Lamb is good.
I love lamb.
Lamb
with,
can get pretty greasy, though. That's the problem with lamb, right?
not lamb. I don't know. I don't really have greasy lamb. No.
I remember.
I think lamb is actually not greasy.
Really?
Yeah.
Then maybe I'll add less
If
grease.
you're thinking pork, pork is
Oh.
pork gets a
Yeah.
lot of grease.
Okay.
Bacon, you know. No, lamb with wine gravy. So good. It's my favorite.
Lamb is good.
We haven't talked about lobster, but I like
Oh,
lobster.
lobster's really good.
I've only had it
Lobster
like 3
is-
times in my life
lobster.
because it's freaking $80.
It's the only time you can afford it.
I know, I know, but I love a good
Lobster's
lobster.
good. Well done.
Ugh, just soaked in butter.
Dang. Dieter Pinklage says goat also is so good. I've never had goat.
I've never had. Have I had goat?
Fitzy says elk. Elk is good.
We had
is
elk
good.
jerky, I think, from
Yeah,
Fitzy.
elk
That was
is
really good.
That's
See,
true.
filet mignon. That's another.
That is solid.
I do like filet mignon.
Solid.
What part of the cow is that?
The fillet.
Oh.
Yeah, under the mignon.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think it's the way it's cut. I don't know.
Oh,
that
you
it's
think, yeah.
I don't know though, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Defenestrator.
Beef.
Amen to that.
And I'm jealous. Didn't you guys buy like half a cow
We
or
bought
something?
like 2 pigs.
Yeah,
you bought 2 pigs?
2 pigs, yeah.
2 pigs.
And
I'm
they
so
like
jealous.
they were like they got fat.
Dude,
They're
bring-
fat pigs.
Like
PHAT.
I'll bring you some
combined
sausage.
Yeah, combined it was
Bring
300
me some sausage, please.
Yeah, it's so
I love
good.
sausage.
combined it was 350 pounds of meat.
That's
Pure unadulterated meat.
pure unadulterated
Meat.
Oh,
Optical Goose, thank you very much for the super chat. He drops a super chat and says Northeast lobster up here. Oh, Northeastern lobster, New England lobster,
so good. It's why
lobster. What? Yeah. Why? What makes?
Oh, because
butter?
I know
Melted
why. I know
butter?
why it's expensive. I've seen those reality shows.
Yeah,
People
Deadliest
die.
Catch,
People
yeah.
die to fishing
catch.
for those. So maybe $80 might be okay if it's worth someone's life.
Someone's life for me to eat. An enjoyable meal.
Yeah.
Oh man, food.
Oh man, food.
Food is so good.
You're hungry.
I'm
You know
very
what's
hungry.
funny? I've noticed that when you're hungry, the show always eventually we start talking about food.
Yeah, I'm not a I'm not a baked goods guy. But meat. You start talking about meat.
I love meat.
I'll go meat over dessert any day. I'll have meat as a dessert.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Why haven't I been doing that?
I
Yeah.
don't know. Imagination.
I lack imagination.
Lack of imagination. When I lived with my grandparents, and they would just stock their freezer full of food. I got fat. I actually blame them for my weight problem. My current weight problem. In the middle of the night, I would go and make what I like to call my man meat meal. I don't know if Jordan remembers this, but I would get beef patties, like the Costco beef patties.
Yeah.
So I'd get a plate, and I would put 2 beef patties, bam, on the plate. Then I go and I fry up some bacon, bam, put on the bacon. Then I go get a can of chili, pour an entire can of chili, bam, right on there.
Already, we're looking at 2,000 calories right now.
Yeah. Then always you got to put on some jalapenos or some sort of sauce, whatever it is. One time I experimented with ranch dressing. Not too bad. Then you heat it up, you cook it, obviously, blah blah, and it is so. Sometimes if there were sausages, you throw on some sausages as well. So good. This guy called my man meat meal.
Man meat meal.
Man meat meal.
Man meat meal.
Well, you guys, where do you want to go eat after this show? Then?
Yeah, somewhere with man meat.
Somewhere with man meat.
We can go to the
I wanted to go to Panda
smokehouse
Express last week, but I got shot down.
Who shot you?
Our barber.
Yeah, remember?
Oh,
He
yeah.
doesn't like Panda.
Yeah. Remember we were all like, "Oh yeah, that sounds good." No. And we just drove to a different place.
Guys, that does us for this week's show. Thank you very much for listening. For being alive.
Thanks for being alive, everybody. You're super cool.
Thanks for being here. Guys, if you haven't yet, please come join us on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. If you've not left a review for us, a positive review, please go leave one on iTunes.
Be specific.
Spotify. If you want to leave us a 1-star review, don't.
Oh, whatever.
We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
See ya.